Christian's a very driven person. I think once he sets his mind on something, there's nothing that's going to get in his way to keep him from accomplishing that. Connor, he's incredibly creative. I've seen him do some crazy things with his laptop, and his camera skills are out of this world. And they make an awesome dynamic duo, the two of them. I think they complement each other very well, and couldn't ask for better friends.
They both, honestly, the gym motto, hardcore work ethic, no quit mentality. I mean, Christian's been thrown a ton of stuff, like that life has just thrown at him, and to see his perseverance through all that is crazy. And Connor's the same way. They have such a unique work ethic, like nothing's gonna stop them from achieving their dreams.
Well, I actually started in a gym sweeping the floors. And I'll give you this too. I started sweeping floors in a gym. And when I took that job, my dad had brought me home an application to work where he was as a temp worker. And I'm honestly not even sure what it was. I didn't really care. And so the same day he brought that in, I told him I was gonna start working in a gym because that's the direction I wanted to go. And he said this to me, and it was harsh, but I know he meant it better than it sounded. He told me I would never be able to support a family or myself working in a gym. And that for me that was it. I was gonna prove that wrong. My name's Christian Troxler. I'm the owner of Work Harder Gym. I like to call this a real gym. We're not a corporate, play soft music and just take your money, give you a place to work out and move on. We're about community. I like knowing who's in my gym, what their goals are, and actually being able to push them and help them with whatever they're trying to do. A lot of times in a normal gym, people walk in and walk out and there's no conversation, there's no like, hey, I hope you are a little bit closer to whatever your goal is. And my goal is to change that and create a gym that people want to be a part of, that people drive miles to just get to experience a different atmosphere that helps bring them up and inspire them to be more than what they already are.
I always want to be better at everything I do. I wrote about this earlier today, but as a kid, I was planning my fantasy trilogy, and trying to write that. And then I was into music and then in illustration. And I never seemed to land on a story I thought was really good to tell, or would really impact people. And it wasn't until we've started doing this that I feel like our story, the gym story, the stories of the people who come in here, those really matter. And it's a place that I spent years getting some of these skills and developing more. And it's a place where I get to use all of them. So I get better, but also I get to help tell the story that's happening, and that really matters to me. I'm Connor Henley, and I'm the co-owner of Work Harder Gym, and I do all the media here. There's some big things that we went through, obviously, 7 days after we got the keys. COVID hit, and they shut down gyms in the state. There were about 30 seconds I was really, really worried about what was gonna happen with that and how that would impact things. But there's a sign on the door that says be all in or get out. And to me, that means if you're all in on it, when you commit to something, you don't get a preview of all the things you have to go through to stay committed to that, or that are come against that. So you have to decide beforehand, no matter what's happening, are you gonna be all in on it? And if you are, then whatever comes that tries to rock the boat, it doesn't really matter.
Connor the most hardworking, determined people I've ever met in my entire life. I have not met anyone else with the same dream and goal that they share in the vision that created all of this. Because it started so small and turned into something so big, and that just shows determination and heart that they have.
The day we walked in here and everybody had worked out. I think everybody had worked out and most people had left. And I remember the reverse hyper was about where he's sitting, and I was like, wait, we got to do something. And I played Suit and Jacket by Judah and the Lion. And it was just that moment, like standing on there, videoing the gym, and just knowing that I did it. Like, I got here. It wasn't done, but that was the point where everybody said I couldn't get to that, and I did it. And that was just, for me, like when I got to that, I was like, no one can stop me. No one can stop what we're gonna do. This thing's gonna happen, and it's gonna be big. That for me was like a defining moment of the gym. I have the videos saved in my phone, and every once in a while I'll still watch it. But that for me was the one.